Hey everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on my channel. And anytime you guys can hit that like and subscribe button, it helps me grow the channel. So please do that for me and I greatly appreciate that. So, Marvel Studios has been hard at work with all their TV shows on Disney+, especially with Loki that is currently streaming on Disney+ right now. And you can find my review of the first episode right here on this channel, so go check that out as well. But that also means they've got other series in development as on top of the movies they have coming out. And one of the series they have in development right now is She-Hulk. And now we have some news about possibly they may have actually cast their villain of the show. So let's go check out the article here from Variety. She-Hulk series at Disney+ cast Jameela Jamil. The She-Hulk series at Disney Plus has cast Jameela Jamil in a major role, according to Variety. The series centers on lawyer Jennifer Walters, played by Tatiana Maslany, cousin of Bruce Banner, who inherits his Hulk powers after she receives a blood transfusion from him. Unlike Bruce, however, when she hulks out, Jennifer is able to retain most of her personality, intelligence, and emotional control. Which now, of course, we got Smart Hulk in Endgame, so he's able to do that too, I suppose, now, but originally he wasn't. Jamil will reportedly play Titania? However you pronounce that. Titania, I believe is how you pronounce it. A Marvel supervillain with incredible strength and a frequent rival of She-Hulk. Reps for Marvel Studios and Jamil did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment because they don't want this out right now. A lot of casting news and stuff has been leaked from Marvel Studios lately, and Marvel Studios is shh. I mean, just ask Oscar Isaac. And that eventually came out to be true too. This post will be updated should that change, though. Along with Maslany, who was actually one of those who was rumored for a long time and was confirmed by sources like Variety, and then Marvel Studios did come out and confirmed it later. So again, another one of those deals. And even Maslany, I believe, came out and denied that she was playing She-Hulk too. Well, and that turns out to be not true, which, again, actors do this. Jamil joins previously announced cast members Renee Elise Goldsberry, Ginger Gonzaga, and Tim Roth, who's returning as the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk film that starred Edward Norton. Mark Ruffalo will also reprise the role of Bruce Banner in this series, and obviously this is probably most likely going to be arriving on Disney Plus sometime in 2022, possibly later in the year. But yeah, so this stands to reason that we're just going to continue to get more casting news for She-Hulk, since they're probably prepping to start filming this series any time now. Most likely later this summer, in the fall, somewhere in there for a 2022 release date. Marvel Studios has got so many things on their plate, especially on Disney Plus. They're going to have probably 5 to 6 series ongoing every year. We're about halfway through the year, and I've just debuted the 3rd series from Marvel Studios on Disney Plus in this year alone. And we're going to have an animated series and 2 more series before the end of the year for Marvel Studios by themselves. That's incredible. And not to mention the 4 movies that this year is going to bring us, and then 4 movies after that, 5 movies in 2023. It's just crazy what Marvel's doing. I mean, I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again. It is a great time to be a geek right now. You can't ask for much more if you're a comic book fan. I mean, maybe for DC to be a little bit better at times, but in regards to Marvel Studios, they've got this, down pat, and everything they turn out usually turns to gold. They've had their missteps here and there, obviously, which I've mentioned many times before, but I'm very excited for She-Hulk. For one, she's a lawyer, which we could get eventually maybe some Daredevil interaction because he's also a lawyer. And then, of course, with Bruce Banner returning, played by Mark Ruffalo here, we could definitely get more of the Hulk, maybe see where he's at right now after Endgame. Obviously, last time we saw him, he had an injured arm from he actually did reverse the snap and got everybody back. So, I mean, that's going to be good to see him back as well. I got to admit, I kind of would like to see him kind of go back to his old Hulk ways. And sometimes the Smart Hulk thing is cool, but if Mark Ruffalo is about done with the MCU, maybe that's how you leave the character. I don't know. But obviously, with this character getting a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner, she's going to definitely be taking on, his Hulk powers for sure. But the article is mostly about Jameela Jamil as the villain. Now, not going to lie, I don't know much about Titania. So I'm going to have to learn like the rest of us here, and I kind of like it that way because I don't necessarily like knowing everything about the comics before I go to see these movies, because then I'm surprised, and then I have, and I don't have any pre-existing expectations, and it actually helps me to enjoy the movies more, so I don't get mad if something is changed here and there, things like that. So I just like to wait and see what Marvel Studios brings us here, especially now that we're getting into some characters that I've never even heard of. I know a lot of people tend to forget that most people didn't even know who Iron Man was when Iron Man came out in 2008. Now, granted, the comic book readers knew, but a lot of the general audiences did not know who Iron Man was, and look what they did with him. So I have all the faith in the world in Marvel Studios to take these unknown characters like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy and many, many others over the years, and to make these characters into A-list, popular, wide, mainstream popularities here. So I have all the faith in the world that they're going to knock this out of the park, as they've been doing so far with their Disney Plus shows on Disney Plus already, with WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now Loki. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about Jameela Jamil being cast as possibly the villain of She-Hulk? I don't know a whole lot about Jameela Jamil's work here as an actress, but it'll be nice to see a fresh face in the MCU. Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.